So what's up, guys? Welcome back to another testimonial. We're today here with Mr. Brand Owner, aka Brandon. We've been working together for a pretty long time already, and I think one of the most beautiful things is that we didn't try to sell anything when we started working together. Like, you were really patient with building the brand, making sure everything was in place before we launched the offer. But yeah, talk to the people, tell a little bit about yourself. What do you do? And yeah, how has it been so far?
Yes, sir. No, thanks for having me here. Yeah. So first things first, for people that don't know me, name is Brandon, 26 years old from the Netherlands. Mainly my profession is basically e-commerce, right? It's another e-com Dutchy guy. Yes, I know, but yeah, I've been in the space for been in the space for 6 years. Run multiple brands at the same time. Right now, we're also scaling our supplement brand at the same time. We hit a record month last month doing $3 million. And currently at the time of right now, we're just scaling towards $10 million a month. That's our goal. Yeah, in terms of like, like you said, we've been very patient. Like last year, February, it was February 2025. That is when we started working. I remember I was in Cape Town. We had our first call because I heard around like, okay, here's the guy if you want to do like personal branding and stuff. I did not have any vision. I just wanted to know like, okay, you know what? We would have just. I'm seeing all these guys posting on online. They were doing back then. I think it was a lot of lifestyle reels. I'm like, bro, like I can do that too. I'm also traveling, all that type of stuff. So we jumped on a call. Afterwards, she told me like, okay, yeah, this is what we do. This is how we work. And we're quickly aligned. And then we started basically working. And that is when like basically, I don't want to say like when life changed, but I started then making more content. Let me just say it that way. Because before that, I never really liked being on screens and all that type of stuff. So I basically had to force myself out of my comfort zone to go ahead and start, posting. Like doing lifestyle is easy. You can post, you don't need to talk and that type of stuff. But the real growth came around like September-ish. You and I, we went into a basically a coaching program where I like learned to speak better in the camera, how I should frame stuff and all that type of stuff. And that has just been an extra leverage on, on top of the content that we've went ahead and created for basically the online persona brand, Mr. Brand Owner. So
Yeah. Sick. And I think before we started working together, like maybe you had like 2 to 3 lifestyle videos on your page, a couple of pictures. Like it was really almost from ground zero. You had, I think, maybe 2 to 3 thousand followers already, all from your network within the ecom space. And then we decided to just build that up, but we wanted to make sure that we didn't focus on just going viral and getting a bunch of followers that we couldn't really sell to. So we always focus on like, hey, positioning you as the go-to option when it comes to like running a supplement brand within the e-com space and making sure that people know like, okay, whoever wants to do MRR or like a supplement brand, there's only one option and that's you. Right now we're at about 12,000 followers. What would you say has been like the most favorite part about growing so far and also being able, I think 1 or 2 months ago we launched your offer. Like how did that go for you?
yeah, so basically, yeah, the whole reason of doing the personal branding stuff, like I've tried things in the past of, my first ever YouTube interaction was freaking playing Call of Duty and live streaming it.
Yeah.
Also back in the day, I used to also make some type of music, which I also like posted online. But the whole online persona thing, like if we look back at maybe 6, 7 years ago, you only had like the real OGs in the game from like the USA. Like you had like Jordan Belfort, all those type of guys basically doing like webinars, real life meetups, and there was no real online persona back then. And I thought like, the only way to become quote unquote famous or get like a name online is basically becoming an actor or doing music. And that is
Yeah.
why I also ended up like doing music with that. But afterwards stopped quickly with it. It wasn't really my passion. And then I just found my passion in doing e-com. And yeah, the whole online persona thing, like the whole reason for building it was network. That was one. And second, also like building my own community of just people that are super serious with e-com. Next to me, the running my brand. Like we're also right now doing supplements, doing MR. So anyone in the niche of skincare, pet food, hair care, or supplements, they know they have to come to me. We help them then eventually end up scaling their brand. Today I received a testimonial from another guy like 2 months. He started 3 months ago. Today marks day 90. Zero. He started from zero, and now he ended up doing $2.5 million in the total 90 days. So now he's just hitting. He's going to finish this month doing 1.6 mil. Shout out to him, Benjamin. What was his name? So yeah, I mean, like it's been a journey. Like first of all, finding myself in front of the camera, and obviously I've
Yeah.
always had you and the team, tell me like, okay, these are some ideas to work on. Let's do this, and if you're going to this place, maybe let's go ahead and do this. So you guys really helped in terms of creating ideations, so that I don't need to think about it. Like at the same time, I want to do the online stuff, but I'm also running my business on the side. I'm not like full time. What people call online guru, just filming content and then making sure that you go viral and sell to people. Like I'm doing my own stuff and ventures on the side. And yeah, you guys really came in to like take that off my shoulders, make the ideations, give me cool ideas, and being actually on top of trends where we see stuff that could be possibly good to do, and then obviously would agree or disagree on that. But yeah, you guys have always been basically on the front running my personal brand by always being protective of it. So like not being like go viral just to get views or go viral just to get shitty audience, but like, okay, just structuring a game plan. Like, okay, if we create this is what we can expect in the next month or so. And also handling with, especially YouTube has helped me a lot, right? So managing my YouTube content as well, giving ideas for that as well, what to do. And then obviously like I just have to go through the briefs, memorize some stuff or have those ideas implemented in my head, and then I just go ahead and make them into reality. So that has been it's been a fun ride, in terms of building the personal brand.
Nice, awesome. And then when we hopped on the call in the first place, you mentioned it a little bit already, but what made you decide, especially for you wasn't really building a personal brand, like what made you decide, okay, let's do it, let's work together with my team and I. What was that turning point for you where you're like, okay, I trust this guy, I really want to work with him? And also like you've sticked for so many months so far, and I think there's many more months coming where we're just going to keep scaling the offer and your personal brand. But what made you decide in the first place that you trusted me and wanted to work with me and my team?
I don't remember how we got into contact. Do you know that? Did someone send you to me or so?
Yeah, I think someone sent it. I don't remember who it was, but I think
Yeah.
you got sent my way or I got sent your way, one of the others.
Yeah.
And then we got on the call.
No, but from how it came onto like my desk was literally like, there's a so I wanted to get into the personal branding stuff, but I didn't know how. So obviously I needed someone that could guide me on that. And then I spoke to one guy that said like, yo, there's this guy called Kier, also a Dutch guy. He's helping people scale their personal brands. And, you had a few names that he told me, and I was like, oh, okay, you know what? Then I can probably also expect the same results, or not in terms of becoming too big, because I have a very different and strict approach, but just, having the right guidance to go ahead and do what I want to do it in my way. And yeah, that's how we eventually got on a call when I was in Cape Town, and then we vibed, it was good. And then I was like, okay, you know what, let's just go get straight into it. There was no, oh yeah, I need to think about it, or let me talk to my wife, she might say no, that type of bullshit. So yeah, we just started from the get-go, and now it's been a year and 4 months now, a year and 4 months. You've seen the personal brand grow from zero, basically. If we just like the 2K followers, like it wasn't really that much, and not even that much active people. But
No.
like we've grown now, even though it's a year, and a lot of people would probably chase, wanting to go from 0 to 100K the next year or something, and which sounds nice. But bro, like with my audience, like everyone's engaged with my profile, and like 50% always checks my stories. Like, I can put out a CTA and then have a bunch of people replying, like legit people, that either want to help, that either want me to help them, or, information that they have that I do not have, or the other way around. And that's how we just end up like helping the community, especially for e-com.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a high intent personal brand. We don't focus on getting as much followers or viewers. We focus on getting the right followers to your page that either you can gain something from, do business with them, or they can do business with you the other way around. And I think that's also a misconception that a lot of people have nowadays. Like, oh, I need to post my Maybach, post my Ferrari, like make as much lifestyle as possible, and then I will sell my coaching. But that is not how it works. And it also shows you explaining this testimony of Benjamin, like you attract high quality people that when they buy or join the coaching, they actually implement the stuff that you are telling them and getting results, instead of just getting people that buy and then they don't do anything with your stuff,
Yeah. Yeah. It would amaze if I can like call up a couple of people who are not working with me, and I'd be like, explain to me how I was on the call. Because when I hear a type of hesitance already, I'm like, bro, I don't want your money. Like the door is there, you can leave. Like super strict, and that just protects me at the same time, because I do not want to take someone's money and then like not have them get results, you know? Even though
Yeah.
that still 99% of the time it's that the person needs to put in the work. But if someone doesn't want to put in the work, I don't want to work with you. Like it also
Yeah.
like lowers my energy at the same time, you know? And you know, after a year when we decided like, yo, let's launch an offer,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, the first month we ended up doing 150K or something. I don't remember the number exactly. You
Yeah,
remember
I
how
think
much it
it's
was?
151, and we did, I think,
51, yeah.
500, yeah, 500 something leads. So
Yeah.
all with the ManyChat setup we have. Then too, we
Yeah.
implemented the software in the last like 2 months that has allows us to track this also very clear, you know, because a lot of people out there, they are posting videos, but they have no clue how much money is coming from organic. What are your thoughts on the software, like tracking the leads, tracking the pipeline of your content?
Yeah.
Yeah, just what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, super sick to be honest. Like you guys are building a crazy platform, I would say, because like you said, I'm not sure what the category name is, but like I can click there and I can see like, okay, what's my total followers count and how is it distributed across multiple channels? So
Yeah,
Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, right? My main channels are Instagram and YouTube. So like
yeah,
having to see that super easy, then we can also track growth. And then another thing is like you said, we can obviously also have like categories for short form content, long form content, ads, that type of stuff. Like I can see that we just like we're going into a portal, seeing it there, and I can approve or disapprove, and then just move on. Like
yeah.
super organized, and like it looks very sick. Like you guys are doing crazy stuff.
Nice, bro. Appreciate it. If there's someone watching this right now who's on the fence, especially like operators, CEOs, maybe founders of big companies, doesn't have to be in the e-com space, can be like sales space, e-com, corporate companies. What would you tell them, and why should they start building a personal brand?
Yeah. So first of all, I would say go ahead and work with Kier. Like no joke. Like he's gonna have your back
Nice.
and know exactly how to go ahead and build your brand, personal brand. What I would say for the people that are hesitating about starting, like to be honest, from my side, I also had to push myself to get started. Like if I look back at to when I was younger or even at high school and stuff, I've at least back then, I was always a little bit shaky if I had to talk in front of an audience or talk in front of the camera. When bro, there's no one literally watching you. Like, come on, like, and then
Yes.
like that was like the first thing I had to unlock. Like, you know, feeling comfortable behind the camera, and it's gonna feel uncomfortable when you start out, but afterwards you're gonna get used to it, right? And then afterwards you're gonna start doing it in public, and you don't care if people look at you or people end up walking past you and be like, what the hell is he doing or whatsoever? Because at the end of
Yeah.
the day, just see it as work. You're also working, basically getting some work done. You're providing value to other people in the world that can literally access their phone right away and see it, and your one message might go ahead and help them or change their life or make them think about something differently, right? So basically putting yourself out there is what I would definitely recommend, and that's how you're going to be able to differentiate yourself from AI. Because if AI personas end up coming in, yeah, you're basically not going to be anyone left, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I would say. And also to add on to that is that, yeah, do know what you're getting yourself into, because at the
Yeah,
same
I agree
time,
with
like,
this one.
do know what you get yourself into. Because I also got people like putting their nose into my business when they're not supposed to be there and that type of stuff. But you know, my personality, like I'm always like, yeah, well, what the hell does this person think, you know? But for some people, like if you're going to be overthinking too much, or one comment is going to make you mess up your whole day and you're not going to be able to function or so, like
Yeah.
this, then you got to work on yourself first. Because why are you being triggered by some, even an anonymous profile? Like for me, the mental barrier break for me, like I also used to read those things though,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And then
yeah.
if they were also human, right? But now I just view every profile, unless it's a real profile, I can see a name and a photo. I see them all as AI bots. I just think like, yo, these AI bots are trying to take me down, bro. So
Yeah.
I like ignore it. It doesn't even touch me for a second. But in the
No.
beginning, it used to. So basically, mastering the way how you talk,
Yeah.
mastering also like what do you want to get yourself into, what type of niche, how you want to project yourself into someone. Like, are you going to go super extreme and start saying dumb shit, or are you going to be like, you know, be real and just being like yourself, like your own person?
Yeah.
And that's the part I chose. Just be real, right?
Yeah.
So get those stuff dialed in, And then afterwards, if you're ready, like go ahead and side with Kier. Let him then eventually tell you what to do, and then you have to go ahead and implement it. And then afterwards, it's just going to scale. Like that's just the formula.
Yeah, it works like crazy. It's also insane to see how you've gone from just basically how you say like talking a bit like, oh, I'm not sure how to talk. I don't like it. I remember you were filming videos and then you're like, I don't like any of these, just the way I speak, bro. And then now you speak with so much confidence. Like you pick up the phone, you tell the people what it's all about. You know exactly what you're talking about, and the conviction within the videos is so high. And it also allows us to work together with you in a better way and get better results. So yeah, I think
Yeah,
going great so far, and then we're only gonna push for more, of course. And I'm excited for
100%.
what the next thing is gonna be. So yeah, thank you, Brandon, for your time. Appreciate it, guys. If you haven't checked him out, go check out Mr. Brand Owner on Instagram. You can check how we implement the content on his page. Also, what Brandon is doing. If you're interested in e-commerce and ended up watching this video, check it out for sure. And then yeah, without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one. Brandon, thank you, and we'll talk soon.
Yes, sir. See ya.
Peace, guys. All right.